Hey, what's going on YouTube? In today's video, I figured I'd go ahead and go over some of the best calisthenics exercises for looking better and more aesthetic. So getting in a more aesthetic physique, getting that V shape for men. So starting off this list with the first exercise, which is going to be Pike Push-Ups. The reason I consider Pike Push-Ups to be one of the best exercises to develop your physique and get that better V shape is because it's going to be building your shoulders primarily. So you can be doing these on an elevation or just on the regular flat ground. So this is gonna help build those shoulders up, get that wider shoulder look, and get that V-taper look. So basically you just wanna be leaning all your weight onto the palms of your hands, try to keep your back straight, and keep your hands about shoulder width apart. Then you go down, come back up, and boom, that's the Pike push-up. Now going along with that V-taper theme, another thing that's going to help you develop your V-taper is something called pull-ups, okay? Obviously pull-ups, you know. You got a pull-up bar, you can do pull-ups on it, alright? So doing pull-ups is going to help you develop that V-taper. It's going to make your lats wider, and it's going to make you give you the illusion of a smaller waist. So yeah, just get up on the bar, do some pull-ups. Wide grip pull-ups is what I would recommend. The way you want to do these pull-ups is you want to keep your chest pointing to the bar. You want to keep your arms about shoulder width apart. You can go wider if you want to target the lats more. Try to pull through your elbows and not through your hands. So here's an example of the form of a pull-up. I also want to talk about dips, okay? So doing dips is going to really develop those lower chest. It's going to develop the whole chest really, but mostly the lower chest, as well as a little bit of triceps. Now, a lot of people think dips are a great, excellent tricep exercise, but I recommend doing things like bodyweight tricep extensions for your triceps, because dips aren't optimal for your triceps, because if you look at the movement pattern, this is the range of motion for your triceps, right? You're coming about 90 degrees, pushing back up, and that's not going to be working your triceps too much. The reason why it works your triceps very well on the dips, especially for beginners, is because you're just putting your triceps under a lot of stress. So dips gonna help you develop that lower chest and those triceps a little bit, get you those bigger arms. Now you can change the focus a little bit. So if you look at me right here, you can lean forward a little bit and focus more on your chest, or you can lean back more like this, and that'll focus a little bit more on your triceps. Now we talked about getting a wider V-taper, getting wider lats, but what if you want better thickness sideways like this, right? So the way to develop thickness is to do horizontal pulling, and the way to do this with calisthenics is through something called Australian rows. Now you may be asking yourself, why don't I just get up on the bar and do some front lever rows? The reasoning behind this is because we're trying to build muscle, we're trying to build an aesthetic physique. We're not really trying to develop any skill here. So to develop an aesthetic physique, you want to go ahead and take out those stabilization factors and balance factors. So your stabilizer muscles might actually fatigue before your muscles you're targeting fatigues. So this is why the Australian row is a better, more superior exercise for muscle building when it comes to calisthenics and getting an aesthetic physique. Now, like I said, you take these on elevation. I got a bench right here. And that's one way you can increase the difficulty of the exercise and not necessarily, and take out that stabilization factor into it. Last but certainly not the least, we're going to be talking about an exercise I learned from a YouTuber called Austin Dunham, which is diamond face push-ups. So basically this is an exercise to target your upper chest. Now if you're anything like me and you admire Dragon Ball Z characters, all Dragon Ball Z characters have the super developed upper chest, and they have that upper chest look, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to develop that upper chest look right here, go ahead and do this exercise. So you basically want to be doing push-ups in a kind of a diamond way, but you could go a little wider, but you want to be doing push-ups towards your face, because this is going to put your hands at a position to where it's pushing through the upper chest. Another tip I have for you, especially when you're doing dips or push-ups or anything, you want to target your chest more. Go ahead and focus on pulling your hands in like this, even though your hands aren't going to be moving at all. It's going to just activate the chest more, and rotating your palms in this way. So doing those two things simultaneously is going to super activate that chest, and we're going to give you a little example right here for the diamond face push-ups. So I'm gonna get on a decline right here. Well, a decline is just gonna increase the difficulty more, of course, but you can do this on flat floor if you're not ready for decline yet. But this is basically how you do the diamond face push-ups. One thing I don't want to see is a lot of people, it'll get difficult for them and their body will subconsciously do things to make the exercise easier. So a lot of people will push out their neck like this, touch the floor with your chin, keep your neck straight, and don't try not to touch your floor with your chin. Try to come all the way down and all the way back up, okay? So that's diamond face push-ups. I hope you found those exercises helpful. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, subscribe. Got tons of tips like this coming up in future videos.